Hello, people of YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. Crazy, and I'm sick, but I really had the motivation to make a video today, so I'm doing it. I'm not obviously wearing any makeup. My hair looks like this. You know, Fletcher looks cute though. I'll show you him at some point. I haven't made a video since I announced that I was having a baby. I planned on doing a bunch of like updates through my pregnancy, and I just didn't have the energy to do that. I mean, I probably could have done it, but like I feel like every time I wanted to do something, like it just didn't work out. So I'm going to start hopefully making some videos about what it's like being a young stay-at-home mom. Like further than that, just how pregnancy was for me, birth, sleep schedules, feeding my baby, like things that I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about, and the hardships of those things, because it's a lot less easy than you would think. So today I'm just going to touch on my pregnancy, since I haven't uploaded a video since I was first pregnant. Pregnancy is hard. Like, I didn't even have a difficult pregnancy. Like, I didn't have any complications really, but it is so draining to be carrying a child. I gained like 50 pounds while being pregnant. Maybe more than that, but I think like 50. I literally like got out of breath so easily. When we went to the grocery store, like Jacob had to walk slower because I could not keep up with him, and I just kind of felt like I was lazy. I stopped working in August. I had Fletcher at the end of September. That whole time that I was home, like I barely cleaned our house. What are you doing, Bubba? I barely cleaned our house. I like laid in bed all day long. I never had the motivation to cook. I didn't do dishes. Like unless I was like nesting, like getting things ready for the baby to come, I was not doing anything, and it made me feel like crap. I also had some really serious like emotional and mental health issues during my pregnancy. I was working at a COVID testing site, and then I went back to the bowling alley where I was working before. And in between there, I got on some medication and I was better, but I just didn't feel like myself. And I feel like there's this portrayal on social media that pregnancy is so beautiful, and it is to an extent. You know, you're growing a human inside of you, but it makes you feel like crap. And my skin got awful. I gained a shit ton of weight. I wasn't motivated to do anything. I couldn't wear any clothes that I like normally would wear. Towards the end, I literally wore Jacob's underwear and t-shirts like every single day. So it really just kind of like takes away your sense of identity. That's something a lot of moms deal with, like further into being a mother. But for me, it was really bad during my pregnancy. I just didn't feel like myself. I feel like that full 9 months that I was pregnant didn't even happen. Like, I mean, COVID was going on too. I just like, it's all a blur. Like, I didn't enjoy my pregnancy at all. I don't miss it. The only thing I miss maybe is like feeling him move. And I'll talk about this later on in a video, but after I had him, I felt like a piece of me was like missing, because that had been my life for 9 months. But what I'm saying is, if you're pregnant and you're not enjoying it, that's okay. I felt really guilty for, I think, taking my pregnancy for granted, because there are women that can't get pregnant, or there's some women like my friend that has hyperemesis. There's women that have to be hospitalized. Have gestational diabetes, like, and the only thing I had was low iron, but I hated being pregnant, and I felt really guilty for that. Like, this is such a beautiful thing. Why am I so unhappy? And now that I have my son, you know, like, it's amazing. I'm so glad that, you know, like I had him and that I was able to like carry him to a full term and there wasn't any complications, but it really did mess with my mental health. There's a lot of talk about postpartum depression and all that stuff, which I was really scared for, but I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about depression during pregnancy, and like that's what I experienced, was depression during pregnancy. I haven't had really a whole lot of postpartum depression so far, but I was telling her that during my pregnancy I just kept waiting for something to be wrong, and I know that that's not normal, but literally the entire time I was pregnant I was like, oh, at my next ultrasound they're gonna tell me that they can't find a heartbeat, or I'm gonna have to deliver him and he's gonna be stillborn. Or like even when I first found out I was pregnant, I was like, oh, I probably shouldn't announce this because I'll probably miscarry. I have never really talked about that because I felt guilty for talking about it, but I feel like it's a conversation that needs to be open, just like a lot of the other topics I'm planning on discussing in later videos. But I just figured I would start from my pregnancy. Like, if you're not happy during your pregnancy, if your pregnancy is very hard, don't feel bad about it. It's okay to not enjoy it. Some women are fortunate enough to enjoy being pregnant and they think they look beautiful and they love how they glow and all this stuff, but for me it just wasn't like that, and I'm not gonna like keep feeling guilty about it. I'm really glad that I've decided to talk about it a little bit because I'm sure there are a lot of people that feel the same way, and I think it's really important with social media today to open conversations about the hard parts of things. Motherhood and pregnancy and staying home and breastfeeding, like everything that comes with motherhood is not easy. There's not one thing about it besides loving my child that has been easy. And so don't feel bad just because you see influencers posting updates of their bump and saying like looking beautiful and writing long posts about how excited they are to meet their baby, because I did that too. I wrote posts about how excited I was to meet him, but and I was, but I just feel like I didn't really feel a connection to Fletcher fully until he was here. That's probably somewhat normal. I'm sure that there are a lot of people that deal with that. Oh, well, essentially what I'm saying is just because somebody's life looks amazing and perfect on social media and it looks like they're loving their pregnancy, it's not always the case. You don't see what goes on behind the pictures or behind the videos that they're posting. Everyone wants to portray their best parts of their lives. You're gonna want to portray the best parts of your pregnancy because you don't want to make it look like you are taking it for granted. But it's okay. It's okay to not love your pregnancy, basically. I've had Fletcher for 3 months now, and I feel so much better than I did while I was pregnant. Yeah, this isn't gonna be a very long video, but I just kind of wanted to open up with my pregnancy, and then the next video I think I'm going to talk about my birth, which will probably be a very long video. I haven't really talked about my birth publicly. I haven't really talked about it a whole lot to a lot of my friends either. The only people I've really talked about my birth to are my doula and Jacob, because they were both there. So that'll be an exciting video, and I'm ready to film it now. I think I had to take some time to not talk about it, and now I will move forward. I'm gonna show you my baby. This is my little monkey. Oh, what was that? This is him. Say hello. My little monkey boy. He is so great. And I will tell you more about him in later videos, but I just wanted to show him off because he's so precious. And I haven't posted videos since I announced that I was pregnant with this little boy. I didn't even know if it was a boy or a girl yet. So I think that's all for this video. It's not very long. But yeah, the next one I have to talk about my birth. Yeah? We're gonna talk about when you were born. We're watching the Bee Movie and he loves it. But anyways, I think that's all. I will see you next time. I'm going to, don't hold me to this, I'm gonna try to upload a video like every week about this stuff because I feel really passionately about it. Oh. But if I don't, I don't. I'm not going to. But yeah, so I'll see you next time when we talk about my birth. Is that all? You wanna say goodbye? Thank you for watching.